time on back roads, I'm taking you to places people rarely get to see. I'm strapping myself in for an adventure, exploring the legendary Snowy River. The Snowy flows from the slopes of Mount Kosciuszko in New South Wales, crossing the border and emptying into the Bass Strait at Marlow. It's a waterway that surprises at every turn. Most people seem to know the name, but how much do we really know about the iconic Snowy River?
It's an incredible part of Australia, and it's hidden, and most Australians really don't know what's here.
From snowmelt like this to raging rapids and magnificent gorges, the Snowy River has it all. From families passionately preserving this stunning landscape.
Yeehaw! Forward paddle! Forward paddle! Forward paddle!
To the brave individuals working on engineering feats that changed the face of Australia.
They have come from the old world and the new, come to Australia to help us shape our future.
And there's only a couple of years before that we used to fight one another.
I'm diving in deep to find out what inspires the real-life legends living along its banks and drives them to push the limits of what is possible. And maybe push my own limits while I'm at it. First stop is a property just outside Dalgety, the only town in New South Wales on the Snowy River. I'm meeting a 17-year-old who spends his days riding brumbies.
In all honesty, it's freedom. It just feels like I'm able to be myself and do what I do best.
What is a brumby?
Well, it's a good question. A brumby is a wild horse of the Australian country. Just such an amazing bush pony, and they're so sure-footed. Like, I need a horse that I can trust to run through country like that. There's no better horse than a brumby.
This is the man from Snowy River territory, isn't it?
It sure is, yeah. It's where the man, the myth and the legend was born, and where it will forever stay. There's no other country like here.
Charlie tells me there's only one person around here more passionate about wild horses, his mum, Claire.
You must be very proud of Charlie.
I am, yeah. He's all right. You could wash up a little bit more.
Did you hear that, Charlie?
Claire didn't know much about handling horses when she moved to the area in the early 2000s. But when she met this brumby, Sammy, that all changed.
Claire, how did you learn how to do this?
This girl here, she taught me their language, and it's a wild horse language, and once you know it, you can then start chatting to them. So the language, I'll just show you.
I'm a bit uncomfortable, I've got to say. Of all the animals, horses are the ones I just feel like they are so powerful, and we're talking about wild brumbies here.
Yeah, all of these were once wild, but once you've tamed them and trained them, they're better behaved than most of our working dogs.
You think you can get me on one?
Look, everyone who comes, I just say, just start and feel and see where you want to go. Take that pressure off and then reward.
Claire trains and rehomes brumbies on private properties like this, away from national parks, where there are passionate debates about these animals on both sides. Environmentalists argue they cause serious damage to the land, while brumbies supporters say they're a crucial part of high country heritage.
Good girl, good girl.
To care for both the brumbies and the environment, Claire controls the population by desexing the stallions.
Good, good. Most are snowy brumbies. They've been trapped, they've been rehomed, and it didn't work out. So we actually pick up a lot that have been abandoned, out on properties, unhandled, or just in a poor way.
Can you tell me about Sammy?
I just had this instant connection. And when Sammy arrived home, she was that traumatised that she literally took off and I couldn't catch her, I couldn't touch her.
Why was Sammy so traumatised?
Look, when then humans go to train a wild horse, they often have fear, and so they use constraints. Start having a war with them, and so the horse, like Sammy, just learnt fear.
It's taken many years, but Sammy has learnt to trust humans. For Claire, Sammy was just the beginning. She now drives all over the country, rescuing brumbies and bringing them back to this land.
When we're riding in the wilderness like this, sharing it with a once wild animal in sync, and that animal carries you into their world, yeah, you get goosebumps.
That sounds incredible. And despite my trepidation, I'd love to ride a wild horse.
Sorry, that's all good. Oh, sorry, Lisa. Rather bit safety. That's it. Good work. They make me cry, they make me laugh. I couldn't be more grateful. I work heaven every day.
To say that I've ridden the iconic Brumby on the Snowy River.
And she's a Snowy River Brumby. That's it, darling. Yep.
Seeing Claire and Charlie dedicate their lives to these animals on this sometimes freezing and unforgiving country is inspiring. But they aren't the only ones along this river with ambitious goals. I'm heading upriver to Jindabyne to meet a living legend who helped build one of the greatest engineering wonders of the world.
G'day, Tommy.
Hello.
Hop in. How old are you, Tommy?
98.
You're 98.
Yeah. I'll be 99 in July.
There wouldn't be too many people around who could claim your history with the Snowy.
For over 11 years, Tommy Tomasi drove bulldozers, scaled electricity poles and measured the water on the Snowy Mountains hydroelectric scheme. This impressive engineering feat began in 1949 with the goal of converting the power of the Snowy into electricity for the nation. Tommy wants to show me a slice of Snowy hydro history hidden in the bush.
Island Bend was the key of the Snowy in this area.
How many people were working around here?
Altogether, you're looking about, with the family, of course, was about 4,000 people.
It took an even greater army to complete the scheme.
The Snowy River scheme is a 50-year dream coming true.
100,000 people worked to build 7 power stations, 80 kilometres of aqueducts and 16 dams. But the Snowy scheme changed the Australian landscape in an even more fundamental way.
They have come from the old world and the new, come to Australia to help us shape our future.
This project is seen as the birthplace of multiculturalism in Australia.
The French, the Italian, the Swiss, the Norwegian, the Polish, some Scottish, some Irish.
And this was just after World War II, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's only a couple of years before that we used to fight one another. And you know who caused most of the trouble? The Irish.
What did the Irish get up to?
Well, at payday, the Irish, they want to sing. They want the music. They come in with the piano accordion They're the one that caused a bit of a problem.
Because they wanted to sing.
Can you imagine 37 languages? Who can understand that?
Despite the good times, the work could be backbreaking.
The first one here, they tell you all the mountain.
But Tommy was no stranger to harsh conditions. In Italy, during World War II, he joined the resistance and fought against the fascists.
I went to open the door, and I was hit, Gestapo, German one, with a machine gun. And I really thought, it's time.
Although his life was spared that day, he spent the next 9 months in a concentration camp. During the war, Tommy gained expertise that proved surprisingly helpful for his work on the Snowy.
Very familiar with gelignite.
How were you familiar with that?
Well, I learned when blowing everything up in the German, the bridges.
So the war gave you some skills that helped here?
Oh, it did. We formed a ski club.
While Tommy was working hard on the Snowy scheme, his love of skiing blossomed. He founded the first Australian ski patrol. Remarkably, skiing in the Snowy Mountains is something he continues to do to this day.
I'm still in it. I'm a live member, they can't kick me out.
The Snowy Hydro scheme took 25 years to build, and Tommy and his colleagues from all over the world played a vital role.
I'm an Australian citizen, very proud of it. It's something that even the people all over the world realise about the Snowy. And I'm very proud of what I did, and I will never forget it.
It's mind-blowing to imagine everyone from across the globe here working together. The Snowy Hydro scheme lit up the nation, but damming the river came at a cost. Today I'm following the river south to meet someone who's pretty legendary in these parts, an ex-politician who's spent his life protecting and revitalising the Snowy.
The Snowy Hydro scheme stopped the entire flow of the river at Jindabyne, and what we campaigned for was to return some of that water back into the river to allow it to live again. And what that's done is it's allowed the river to improve its health.
After years of preserving and paddling these waters, Craig Ingram knows every incredible tale this river holds.
Where are we?
Well, we're at McKillop's Bridge on the mighty Snowy River.
Oh, it's extraordinary. I mean, look at all of this.
There's this great story about the engineers and the construction of the bridge, and the old-timers are sitting here going, you haven't built it high enough. And the engineer said, no, this is bigger than the biggest ever flood. And they said, no, it's not. And the week before it was officially opened, flood came and took the bridge out. And there are pieces of the superstructure of this bridge ended up 200 kilometres down the Snowy on the floodplain. So this bridge went. And
no way. A week before it opened?
Yeah.
So that just start again?
That'd start again. It probably gives an example of the power of the Snowy, and it's an amazing big valley.
Well, it looks so gorgeous from up here.
Yeah, well, it is gorgeous from up here, but it's much better down there on the river going for a paddle.
Well, that sounds pretty tempting. Craig's brought his son Will to help this novice paddler out.
Where are you going to take me?
Oh, we're going to go down the river a bit and maybe have a bit of a fish.
It's looking pretty fast moving today.
Yeah, there's a bit of flow today, so it's about 1.4 metres, so it'll be fun.
What are the chances of us ending up in the water?
Look, it has happened before.
Holy moly. Okay, which side am I paddling?
Just that side's fine.
What do you love so much about the Snowy?
It's just such a great river to paddle, you know, like it's normally warm, you don't need wetsuits, and it's got enough adventure. Such a great spot to launch from.
What are we doing, Dad? Are we going to go down it?
Yeah, we're going down it. It's such a great spot to launch from with this just magnificent big bridge in the middle of the wilderness, you know.
There's a big rock just there. That's the one that everyone comes unstuck on.
Yeehaw!
Here we go. Hold on. Forward paddle!
Forward paddle!
Oh, don't you love it?
Oh, this is so much fun. That was absolutely magical. I can understand why Craig and his family have spent their lives trying to protect the Snowy and the animals that call it home. There's one creature in particular that they've worked really hard to save.
There's one.
Oh, we've got one.
Got a fish on.
Look.
That's an Australian bass. It's one of Australia's premier sports fish. They grow to about twice that size. That's only a fairly small one. This is what we worked very hard to bring back in the Snowy.
When Craig noticed the Snowy River bass had stopped breeding, he launched into action, spending the next 35 years with his family, repopulating and restocking this native fish.
Oh, there we go. Look at him go. Well done.
So, Will, that could have been one of the fish that you put in there?
Very, very likely, yeah. To be able to, like, help out this ecosystem, it makes me feel really good, yeah.
Another one.
Wow.
They're a beautiful fish.
It's a bass bonanza today.
Despite their tireless work, there is still more to be done to save the Snowy bass and its home.
Yeah, no, like we'll be fighting for the river till we die.
Getting to know the Snowy and seeing what it has to offer, this kind of passion and dedication starts to make sense. But according to these blokes, I've just scratched the surface. To truly know this river, I need to go really remote.
This is intense. I've taken Craig and Will's advice and I'm heading into one of the most remote spots on the Snowy. I want to see the places people rarely get to see.
Without weeks to spare, that means enlisting a couple of tour guides and travelling on some pretty wild terrain.
I made my way about 3 hours south of McKillop's Bridge, and honestly, this is some of the most amazing scenery I've ever seen.
And just like that, a reminder that the weather can turn on the Snowy in an instant. We've got to get out of here. So, we've blown a tyre on the buggy, trying to get out. There's a thunderstorm and we're just trying to work out what our next plan is. We are definitely doing the Snowy.
I think it's a car. Our rescue squad.
It's taken a few long hours, but finally...
We're being rescued and we're pretty damn happy.
After yesterday's excitement, I'm ready to change gears and see a more tranquil section of the Snowy. I'm headed south to Coringal Slips, a campground near the mouth of the river. I want to find out the significance of the Snowy River, long before the Brumbies and the Snowy Hydro Scheme.
The connection to the river is everything. It's our place of belonging. All my family have grown up here. I'm born and bred here.
Kylie and her mum Susan
You're back on country.
are two powerhouse Gunai women whose lives continue to be shaped by the Snowy in surprising ways.
If
having a bad day, I'll look at Kylie or she'll look at me and she'll say, Mum, time to go to the river, and I'm going, right behind you, baby. And it's just the feeling of don't have to deal with nothing. And we love it.
The river is also a reminder of a painful past. There were massacres in this area. During one, Susan's great-great-grandfather, who was just a baby, was taken to Lake Tyre's mission.
Our families were taken off the rivers and put onto these missions and things. I didn't think I knew my culture because no one was allowed to talk language. We weren't allowed to practice.
Despite this, Kylie's family worked tirelessly to collect and pass on their language and cultural stories. But it was only recently that Kylie felt a pull to know more about this waterway and land.
I've just had the most amazing life experience that I never ever thought I would do in my life. I've actually just recently paddled on rafts with some students for 8 days, no phones, no power, no nothing, in a raft coming down on country on my songline. So what I mean by my songline is where my family and my ancestors have travelled.
Kylie was invited by a school group to represent the traditional owners of the area on a trip exploring parts of the Snowy she had never seen before.
I've never rafted in my life.
How did you feel?
I was scared, emotional. I always push my kids to do things, and I'm like, Kylie, practice what you preach.
When Kylie met the students and saw they were studying local Indigenous culture, it was like a fire sparking inside her.
And the beautiful thing was I connected to it because I knew these stories that they needed. I never knew that I knew them. Does that make sense?
You thought you knew less about your culture?
Yes, I didn't realise how much knowledge I actually have.
I said to her, if you're feeling a bit scared or whatever, I said, look up on the mountains, because up in the mountains we have these trees, and they're women's trees, and they shake and they dance. And she's like, oh yeah, blah, 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 whatever, Mum. But when she come home, she said, Mum, you were right. We saw the women's trees and they were standing tall and they were shaking.
I am so lucky that I have this opportunity, that, I'm gonna get too sooky, that I'm grateful that I've actually taken in a lot of knowledge.
The Snowy really delivered for you.
Absolutely, from ancestors to ancestors for a very long time. Now it makes me feel like it's my time to step up and have the responsibility for the next generation and also to teach.
One of the places Kylie and Susan are sharing this knowledge is the Snowy River campus. It's a school across the estuary near the seaside town of Marlow. They've invited me along for a special field trip, and I've gone to a lot of effort to fit in. It's Pirate Day.
Oh, I hope I haven't come overdressed.
Lucy is a teacher here at the Snowy River campus. It's a leadership school for Year 9 students, where the kids spend an entire term living away from home.
I know of quite a few private schools, expensive schools that offer something like this.
Yeah.
So why is this one so special?
Every student that comes here in their day-to-day life outside of Snowy are going to public schools, and that means that this is access for all. It doesn't matter, where you're born in the state or who your families are. You're allowed to come and get this really rewarding experience.
Me hearties, can I get an R? Today, your challenge is to build a successful raft.
Go, Joe, say yours. Say yours.
You can see the kids just love learning out here, where the river meets the sea.
across a figure eight and then do a normal one.
Am I going to end up in the Snowy River?
Yeah, maybe. I think we all might. But that's the fun of it.
Alrighty, everybody.
It looks like it's time to set sail.
Are we ready?
Yeah!
Go!
We're going to get some more paddling on the left. Give it some oomph.
Travelling down this wild and unforgiving river, I'm inspired by those who continuously give it their all, even when they're pushed to the limit.
Come on, we're going to lose them.
And it looks like the magic of the Snowy is willing me to dig deep again.
Okay, straight ahead. Come on, guys. 1, 2, 3.
The Snowy River really does live up to its legendary status. It gives so much to those who live along its banks, and in return, the people here give back with extraordinary passion.
People love it for the water or for what they can get out of it, like making electricity or growing crops. For me, there's nothing else like it. Very proud to be a guardian and live on it, yeah.
If you spend the time to explore it, to understand it, to feel it, you do become very passionate about this river.
We did it.
We didn't think I'd come all this way and not go in.
It's the Snowy!
Next time on Backroads, I dive into the Never Never in the top end.
Maharanka's like Marmite, like you either love it or you hate it.
Where the true story of the we of the Never Never began.
The Aboriginal people, they would have been doing all the work.
Meeting the characters of today, who will never, never leave.
How does a North English lass end up in the outback with a whip cracker?
Try explaining that to your family.
Yeah.